South Africa enters the new year with several high-level events in the international relations calendar, and at least 50 people have been killed in clashes between two neighboring communities in southeastern Nigeria. Ambosisiwa Khatebe with the latest news update. South Africa enters the new year with several high-level events in the international relations calendar. High on the list is assuming the presidency of the UN Security Council, the world body's highest decision-making forum, and participating in the UN High-Level Panel on Global Sustainability. There'll also be the 18th session of the African Union in Addis Ababa and the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. Debo Mokobo looks at some of the events in January.
The year 2012 is another historic year for South Africa. Pretoria will definitely use its month-long presidency of the Security Council to strengthen relations between the UN and regional organizations, in particular the African Union, with the UN's handling of the Libyan crisis in mind. Next week, President Jacob Zuma will be in New York to co-chair the UN High-Level Panel on Global Sustainability, with the fear that some countries, mostly in sub-Saharan Africa, will miss the 2015 deadline of the Millennium Development Goals. Debo Mokobo for SABC in Johannesburg.
Jobe Sithole looks at some of the tensions on the UN Security Council, which South Africa will have to try to diffuse during its presidency. They mainly concern Arab leaders like the late Muammar Gaddafi and Syria's President Bashar al-Assad.
On Libya, South Africa backed two resolutions that authorized the NATO airstrikes, but later joined Russia, China, India and Brazil in saying that NATO had exceeded its mandate and pursued regime change in Libya. On Syria, Russia and China, with South Africa's backing among others, vetoed a European resolution condemning the violence in that country, arguing it to be the first step toward Libya-style military action against Assad's regime. Jobe Sithole, SABC News.
Cape Town police have been grilling the mother of 2-year-old Tariq Jacobs, whose body was found dumped at the Imperial Primary School in Beacon Valley in Mitchell's Plain on the Cape Flats. The 2-year-old disappeared from a crowded Mitchell's Plain town centre on Thursday. A murder docket has now been opened after the child's body was found. Police say the child's mother could face child neglect charges, as Asanda Makaka reports.
What exacerbates the suspicion of child neglect against the mother is the police's belief that the same neglect led to the death of 3 or 4 more of her children. The suspect is also pregnant with another child. A murder investigation is underway and no arrests have been made. Asanda Makaka, SABC News, Mitchell's Plain, Cape Town.
And lastly, at least 50 people have been killed in clashes between two neighboring communities in southeastern Nigeria. Officials say the clashes are not linked to recent attacks by the Boko Haram Islamist sect, which have left about the same number dead, which caused President Goodluck Jonathan to declare a state of emergency. The government of Nigeria's Ebonyi state says a group of people from the Eza community attacked residents of the neighboring Ezilo community over a land dispute. The dispute between the two communities started in 2008. Dozens of riot policemen have been deployed to the two communities to restore law and order. Catch the latest news anytime here on Newsbreak, Option 1.